Hello, gentle listeners. Welcome back to another episode of the Unseen Word. I've missed you. I really did. Life, and the most important thing, as we mentioned in the latest episode, is not to give up on our things. I've truly missed this connection. While I was away, I spent a lot of time thinking about why we feel so exhausted. Because I've been exhausted, not just physically, but in our souls. And I realized that most of us are carrying around a heavy, invisible backpack filled with high expectations. You're gonna tell me, hey girl, you've been missed for a long time and now you're saying things that we don't understand? Okay, go easy. I'll explain. We've been told that to be successful, to be worthy, we have to expect the best from everyone and everything. But today, I want to whisper a different truth in your ear. I want to talk to you about why lowering your expectations is actually the ultimate psychological defense. It's the secret to multiplying your joy. Let's look at the unseen architecture of your brain for a second. There is a very simple, almost cruel psychological equation that governs our happiness. It says happiness equal reality minus expectations. Okay, it's a bit hard. I'll explain. Think about it this way. Imagine you have a scale in your mind. You go into an event, maybe it's a date or a project launch, maybe just a Tuesday, a simple Tuesday in your life, and you set your expectation at 100%. You want it to be just perfect. You want the A plus. Now, imagine the reality turns out to be an 80%. In any other word, 80% is a great score. It's a success. But because your expectation was 100%, your brain doesn't see the 80%. It only sees the minus 20 that you lost. You feel like you failed. You feel that you've been let down. You feel like the universe owes you something. Why me? Now imagine you walk into that same day with your expectations set at, let's say, 10%. You are just there. You did your best and you are just there to be present. Reality still delivers that same 80%. Suddenly, your brain isn't looking at a loss. It's looking at a plus 70 surplus. You feel like you've won the lottery. The reality didn't change. The 80% is the same, stayed the same. The only thing that changed was the floor you built. When you lower the floor, you create more room for the ceiling to feel infinite. Now, I can hear you thinking, but what if I lower my expectations? Doesn't that mean I'm settling? Doesn't that mean I have no standards? My love, this is the most important thing I will say to you today. There is a massive, let's say, word altering difference between your standards and your expectations. And we're gonna make it clear. First, your standards are about you, they are internal. They are the quality of work you produce, the kindness you show, the boundaries you set, and how you treat people. Keep your standards high. It's highly recommended. Be a person of excellence because you are. Be a person of integrity. However, in the other hand, your expectations are about the outside world. They are your demands on how others should react, how the economy should move, or how your partner should respond. When you have high standards and high expectations, you are a perfectionist living in a cage. But when you have a high standards and low expectations, you become a powerhouse. You do your best, standards between brackets, but you don't tie your soul to the result, expectations between brackets. You give the word your best, but you don't ask the word to validate you. That is how you become untouchable. Let's apply this to the people closest to us. Relationships, for example, are where we hurt the most because our expectations are the highest. We expect our partners to be 100%. We expect them to heal our old wounds, to anticipate our moods, to always say the right thing at the right time. And when they hit an 80%, when they are tired or grumpy or they forget to check in, we feel that minus 20% gap like a knife. But what if you lowered your expectations to zero based love? What if you walked into the kitchen and didn't expect a clean counter or a good morning message? Or what if you just expected, let's say, nothing? Suddenly, when they do a kiss on your forehead or they do listen to your rant about work, it isn't just a check mark on a list, it's a gift. Actually, it's a miracle. It became triple the happiness because it wasn't a requirement, it was a surprise. You stop being a debt collector in your relationship and you start being a treasure hunter. You start seeing the 80% for the beautiful human effort that it is. Psychologically, lowering your expectations is an act of self preservation. I can feel you, I've been there. When we say, I am going to lower my expectations, we are really saying, I am taking my power back. You are refusing to let an external outcome decide if you are allowed to have a good day. Where is ourselves in all of this? Usually, we are buried under the rubble of our disappointed hopes. We get so upset when things don't go our way that we lose our center. But when you lower the bar, you protect your inner peace. You create a buffer zone. It's like wearing armor. The world can be chaotic, people can be unreliable, and plans can fail. It's totally normal. This is life. But because you didn't demand to be perfect, they can't break you. You stay whole. And now I think I'm back and I'm walking this path with you. I'm practicing this every day and I want you to do so. I'm showing up for this podcast with high standards and low expectations because if I just focus on the views or the listeners or the feedbacks, I'm not gonna go far in this. I want to give you the best of me, but with low expectations. I'm not looking for the numbers, I'm looking for the connection. So this week, I want you to try the 100% to zero shift. Pick one thing, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your partner, your connection with your partner, maybe it's just a dinner you're cooking. Keep your standards high, but drop your expectations to zero. Watch how the word transforms when you stop demanding it serves you and you start just letting it surprise you. I love you guys. I'm glad that we are back together in this Unseen Word podcast. Until next time, stay soft, stay strong, and lower that bar. See you next time.